this is one of those most amazing experience.
Yeah.
That's where you actually enact.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you play a skit, you
Wow.
sing, you do loads of activities.
So there's no discussion.
There's no discussion. There's actually a play going on.
This interview was really different.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like they really want to get to know me and what
Yeah.
I have done. It was not focused on, what do you know about business or XYZ.
Bonfire nights, committee events. We have music nights, little gatherings going on here and there. So there is quite some
So do
buzz.
you
Yeah,
guys sleep?
that's a personal choice.
So this is my final question, and I would say the final advice that you want to give the students who are coming to MICA. Welcome back to Siksha Nerd. So today we are gonna do something real and very important for you to understand why MICA. So we have students from first year and second year. We will be discussing about the transformation. We will be discussing about the admission process and the vibe at the campus. So without further delays, let's start the video. So my first question is from everybody. So when you decided that I want MICA, what was the first reason? So I want to know from you first.
So my name is Soumya Agrawal. I am from Devas, Madhya Pradesh, and I'm in the first year of MICA PGP cohort. So for me, after having done my BBA and having a foundational knowledge of mostly all the aspects and functional areas of management, marketing was my go-to. Like I thought that I have to do marketing, and for that reason, MICA was the next step. And there was a huge pros and cons list that went into it, but I think coming on this campus, I had my interview scheduled here. After having that interview, like when they genuinely wanted to know me as a person and not the skills that I have or anything like that, I think that just made my decision more clear that here a lot of human values are appreciated.
So hi, I am Shreyas Walekar. I am from Nasik and I am a PGP2 student at MICA. So my journey was very different. I have been a professional cricketer for 8 years before I joined MICA, and I had played good levels of cricket before I decided to pivot towards MBA. And playing such high levels of professional cricket gave me an exposure to marketing from the other side as a sports person, and I was inherently drawn towards the marketing and business side of it. So it made my switch very easy. And when I looked around for sports marketing colleges and marketing colleges, MICA was the name that kept popping up. And that is what, and also industry professionals, I had a chat with them. So for me, I look at a sports marketing career going for me forward, and this is the college that I chose to drive me for it.
So hi, my name is Tarun Asthana and I'm from Lucknow. I am a PGP 1 student and I come from a background of design and advertising. So I learned a lot about how to understand the user and then translate that learning into visual campaigns. And from there, I also learned that this is a part of a greater process that is marketing. So I wanted to learn the whole process, not just be a part of some part of the process. And there I learned about the creativity and all things that were taught in MICA, and therefore I chose MICA as my next part of the journey.
Hello, my name is Maheshwari Rawat. I'm from Dehradun and currently I'm a PGP2 student here in MICA. So my background is in sociology. I've done sociology honors from DU, and what attracted me to MICA was the curriculum offered here is really unique and it aligned with what I had already studied, and it is a B school but it is very different.
It's
It
very different. True.
doesn't put you in a box and it lets you be
Yeah,
creative.
yeah.
So that really attracted me.
Yeah.
So I chose MICA.
So hello, my name is Aryan Jaggi and I am from Delhi, and my background is in theatre. So I have been interested in storytelling as a medium, and I thought that why not understand your audience well? And this question has intrigued me a lot. And through research, I got to understand that Mica as a platform is an intersection of both these particular platforms. That is understanding your audience and your storytelling. So I believe that is why I chose Mica.
Hi, I'm Avantika. I'm from Nagpur. So the reason why I chose Mica was essentially because I have dabbled in marketing before, previously in my work ex, and every leader or industry expert I spoke with, they all told me that Mica is the perfect place that cultivates creativity, and it also gives you more practical skills. And this is something that really intrigued me, and that's why I chose Mica.
Hi, my name is Tanmay. I'm from Delhi, a first year student here. My background is very different. I am a pure technical person, and this is my second master's. My first master's was in MSc in data science. So my reason was very simple, that I wanted to do MBA in marketing. So after talking to loads of seniors and market and industry experts, I realized that this is one of those best colleges in India
I
to
know.
choose. So my research was thorough, but my decision was very clear.
The vibes are amazing.
Thank you.
So my next question is from first year students, and I want to understand, how was your MyCAT journey or the selection process? Was it like very overwhelming? Was it very strict? How was it? So who would like to answer? Yeah.
So, if I can answer, I think our major journey of MyCAT was done through CAT and other MB exams. And the major part, that is of descriptive section, I believe that somewhat I had in naturally done before. So it was just the timed section that I had to practice a lot. And basically I just timed myself regularly, like just after when that got over, we had around 15-day window to appear for my cat. So I regularly did a practice of giving mocks of my cat, and at the same time timing myself out for the whole descriptive section. And it was very easy when you
Oh.
go to the my cat
So were you
day. It
able to
was
crack it in
easy.
one go?
Yes,
Oh
I was
wow,
able to
that's
crack.
great. So I got to know that there is one whole segment about psychometric test, and if you are not able to crack that, you are not eligible for MICA, right? And then what is the whole process all about?
So, in my CAT, the first step is psychometric. I have seen people scoring good marks in my CAT, but not still able to clear it. So, psychometric plays a very big role here. So, one tip I can give is that be consistent in what you're answering psychometric.
Right.
So then after that you jump into descriptive test, which he's answered about.
Right.
And the MyCAT is similar basis of CATs at what you give. But right after that there's one of those very unique exercise, GEPI. In all the other B schools, this is
They have
GDP.
GDPI, yeah.
So this is group exercise. And this is one of those most amazing experience.
Yeah.
That's where you actually enact. That's where you play a skit.
Wow.
You sing. You do loads of activities.
So there is no discussion.
There's no discussion. There's actually a play going on. So I believe if you want to have an MBA experience, go for GPI.
Wow.
My kid gives you one of the best experience.
So it's very different from
Yeah, it
any
is very
other B
different.
school.
Yeah.
So what I can understand, academics is important but not very important, right? So by any chance, any of you had low scores in CAT or GMAT and still you were able to make it to MICA?
So I'll take that question. Uh, I did not perform as well as I thought I would in CAT and got my score in 80s. So I was really scared about, what will happen
right.
because MICA is where I wanted to go. So I focused a lot on my CAT and got a decent percentile over there. And I performed really good in interview. That's what I feel, because this interview was really different. It felt like they really want to get to know me and what
Yeah.
I have done. It was not focused on, what do you know about business or XYZ. They genuinely asked me that what do you like and what is my background, and I could talk about myself. So,
Basically, college wants to know whether will you fit in or not.
100%.
Yeah. So now I want to know about your traumas. So what was your, the biggest shock in first 30 days? Was it the peer, the faculty, the academics, or what was it?
So I'd like to go ahead and answer that. For me, it was like much faster than I imagined. I thought we'll get some time to settle in. It's a new place, new people, but it's like everything right from the start. Committee selections, there are like so many classes, and just no time to breathe in term one. That is there. But then also it really helps you to kind of fit in, gel up, network so easily because everyone is experiencing the same things around
And you're
you.
learning
They-
time management also.
yeah, and it also kind of bonds us together because it's like we're in it together. There
Right.
is no one other than us who'll understand this. So I think that also made the good part of it.
So the trauma converted into a good experience.
Good bonds also.
Yeah. And I want to know it from a girl's perspective also.
Can I take that?
Yeah.
So for me, the biggest transformational thing was learning how to actually shape half-baked ideas into complete ones. Coming from already a marketing background, I always thought that it was only about creativity and having the most unique idea. But my perspective completely changed after coming here. It's not only the idea that you have, but how you conceptualize it, how you execute it, even to the point that we are taught how to communicate it well. We have these extensive classes called Stratcom, which is a subject of ours. They teach you how to communicate well. And secondly, asking the why about things.
Right.
So we have these unique subjects called culture studies and semiotics, wherein which actually help us to think a little deeper under the layer as to why certain ads work or certain mindsets and consumer behavior works, which has actually helped me now convert my half-baked ideas into more holistic ones.
No, great. So, because your program is very hectic, I can see that, I can understand that. But do you guys get a chance to have, to celebrate or to enjoy any events or something like that?
Yeah, so Micah has a lot of fun events. I'll start with the India's biggest marketing fest, which happens over here called My Canvas. So it's a 3-day event. We have a lot of fun activities planned throughout the day. Last year we had Amit Trivedi. And the other big event, because we're in Ahmedabad, it's Urja. So it's Navratri night. People from all around come to celebrate here. Then we have TEDx. Micah was actually one of the first B schools to start that. And we also have annual production. And I think it's unique over here that we have annual production every year in a theater nearby.
So, what is it all about, the annual production?
So there's a different committee for annual production called Sankalp, and they decide the script. They write our own students. They audition. They are part of the cast. So it's going to be a complete home production from
Wow.
costumes to script to everything.
Wow. So,
Uh,
you guys are multitasking.
yes, all the time.
So, we have discussed during the school. But what about the after school activities? Do we have something? Because you are again not going home. You are here in the campus. It is a residential campus. So, do you guys have some events even after the school?
Like after 7 p.m. we have lot of activity. Like it's a residential campus, so you will find it buzzing 24/7. And after our lectures are done, there are a lot of things that are offered on campus that help you wind down. So we have a community center which has indoor games, which has a huge TV. There are screenings. Then there are a lot of sport enthusiasts on campus. So football, basketball, cricket, it's going on. Then we have different bonfire nights, committee events. We have music nights, little gatherings going on here and there. So there is quite some
So,
buzz.
do you
Yeah,
guys sleep?
that's a personal choice.
MBA journey is full of new learnings, right? So, let's discuss learning at Micah. So, it is only till books or it is beyond that?
So learning in Micah is really experiential. So in some of our classes like metaphors and narratives, we were actually taken out on the campus to experience how space changes how you consume things around you. And personally, in my second year, I was exposed to product management and brand management with a minor in data science and AI. And I never thought that coming from sociology background I would be exposed to data science and AI.
Yeah, right.
And I had my biggest learning from product management, and I came here to become a brand manager. But maybe in future that now I want to also explore product.
Right.
So it's been a great learning wise for me.
Okay, great.
From my experience in first year, coming from technical background, so first semester and second semester was more about accounting, economics. So learning business as a general was very important. And at the same time, we were learning culture perspective also. How different culture, how consumer behave to different culture.
Right.
So it was a wholesome experience. It has been a wholesome experience until now.
My next question, or I want to understand basically, what was your internship experience? What all companies were you exposed to, or you got the experience from?
So actually, when I sat for the internship process, I was exposed to a lot of big FMCG names and a lot of other advertising companies as well. But also, I, fortunately landed a very sports centric internship at Puma.
Wow.
And my projects were also very good, and the learnings that I had in Mica helped me a lot. And the projects that I did them successfully, and I enjoyed my time at my internship.
Hello. So I did my internship in Google
Wow,
with
amazing.
Google Ads. So I was a customer experience intern over there. Uh, Learnings in Mica really helped me because in my interview I used research methodology that we are taught over here a lot. So it helped me crack the interview. And during my internship, since my project was on consumer journeys, so subjects like customer experience design and consumer behavior really helped me understand, make all the user maps, and I was able to secure a PPO as well.
Wow,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
Speaking about my internship, I interned at Accenture Song Vertical, and it was a really good experience. One very cool thing that we learned in classroom was Power BI, which actually helped me which actually made up 90% of my project. So that is something that I think also helped me secure a PPO there.
Oh, great. Congratulations to you too. So, any tips that you wish to give to the aspirants who are looking forward for MICA? Because again, MICA, cracking MICAT is, I don't think, is that easy. So, any tips that you wish to give?
So I'll talk about each section separately. Talking about psychometric first, a lot of it is just being true to yourself, be consistent because the system is in such a way that it will flag you if you project a personality that is not you. So that is one thing. Then talking about the descriptive section, I think what really helped me was to just get out of my zone, go nearby places and just write about stuff, see or write about what I'm seeing. If I'm seeing a tree, what exactly about that tree. So that really helped me, and that definitely I could see the difference in my MyCat 1 and MyCat 2 performance after I try to like pen down everything that I'm seeing around me. And then talking about the aptitude section, I think CAT and ZAT prepares you really well for it. Just the strategy part as to what you have to attempt and how how much time you allocate to which section is the little bit tricky part. But I think that is majorly just on spot decision making. That is all from my side.
So, what can be the red flag during, the group exercise or PI?
uh, a red flag during PI, I think the PI was focusing a lot on yourself. So I think having a clear introspection of who you are, what you like, and what is your purpose is very important. If people just prepare for like what they've done, how their CV looks like, that can be very superficial for a MICA interview. Just be thorough with yourself. Every decision that you've taken in your life, why was that? And my interview also revolved a lot around my town. Like I come from a small town, so they wanted to know how I will contribute in a classroom, like how my diversity will help other students. So I think that was something that I did not prepare for. And the GE experience was just I don't think there is anything to prepare for it. Just be
Just be true,
yourself,
yeah.
and you don't have to if you want to take more on GE part.
Yeah, so for GE, I guess there are only two things: contribute to the whatever the task is given, and take care of everyone who is in your team. Don't be selfish and think of your own, because that's the red flag that you talk
Yeah,
about,
right.
which can get you like out
Tata
of the
bye bye.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my final question, and I would say the final advice that you want to give the students who are coming to MICA. So what mindset should they come up with, or what should they be ready with? So what advices will you give them to?
So I think one very major thing will be just have an open mind, because the diversity that they talk about in MICA is actually real. in terms of geography, in terms of their background. It's a lot. In terms of age difference, you'll see a lot of age difference. So just being open and seeing where people are coming from, that will really help to understand people, make better connections, I think.
So the one piece of advice that I'd give to incoming students is do not forget the things that make you happy, because life will hit you hard at first. So those activities or those hobbies or those things that make you happy, keep them close to your heart and try to find ways to do them on campus, so that this whole journey is a very peaceful journey for you.
I think approach more people and be the first one to do a handshake. That will
Oh,
be my
great.
advice. Yeah.
So people are coming to campus. Just I think you should relax right now, and don't worry about I need to take a course before coming to Micah or do this or that. I think Micah is going to teach you a lot, and
Everything,
you'll have a
yeah.
lot of sleepless nights. So just sleep and relax and celebrate.
And I think everybody has covered this point. So I would just say that trust in yourself, have trust in yourself, faith in yourself, and let it be.
Mine would also be to not worry too much. This place teaches you everything that you have to know.
As it was mentioned that it's gonna hit you hard, but one thing Micah is differentiated is the camaraderie. So the friends, the bond we have is real. So irrespective if you're in a bad situation, they be people to take care of you. So don't worry. Take a deep breath.
In today's video, we discuss about first year and second year, their experiences, their transformation, their learnings. For more videos, keep watching Shiksha Nerd. Thank you so much for watching us.